The Dark Knight is a 2008 film directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Christian Bale, the great late Heath Ledger, Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, sorry, and of course countless others. And it is the sequel to the 2005 film Batman Begins, and is part of Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. This one went massive because, as far as live action, since Jack Nicholson, we really hadn't seen the Joker on us this big of a spectrum to where he kind of took over the whole movie. And honestly, that's my issue with the film. Don't get me wrong. I think the performances are great. I think there's definitely great moments. Of course, Heath Ledger was amazing, and he deserved the Oscar. There's all these things. And of course, the tragedy that happened with everything cultivating into the film and just him having his own personal demons that caused him to no longer be with us. But in all seriousness, it's just... Batman Begins reminded me of a Batman film. And once again, these don't remind me of Batman films. Even The Dark Knight Rises, which I do, I'm a big fan of. Go to my the Batman review, check it out, and you'll know exactly why I love that film so much. But this one, it was a lot more serious, and probably the first serious one we've had since Tim Burton's first Batman. And I did like that, I appreciated it, but it was a little too real world, not comic book, I guess. It's hard to explain, it's just a personal taste. I personally don't really care for this film that much, but like I said, the performances are great and everything. I just don't like the overall picture of it. But there's definitely great things. Like I said, the performances. William Fichtner, one of my favorite actors, who I've said before, talked about on this channel, and I will talk about till the day I die. He's amazing. Of course, Heath Ledger, Christian Bale, I've already mentioned. And then we've got Gary Oldman back, who is incredible as always. Aaron Eckhart is in this one. He's great. My only real issue is Maggie Gyllenhaal. And I'm not the biggest fan of hers. I've seen her in maybe 2 things I've actually liked her performance in. She's just a little too... I don't know. See, like in the first one, and this is, of course, personal opinion, Rachel Dawes, the character, is played by Katie Holmes, and I believed her as kind of this, realistic lawyer, ass-kicking woman that lived in Gotham. In The Dark Knight with Maggie Gyllenhaal, I kind of seemed like she was trying to step into grown-up shoes and then was just kind of a damsel all along. Once again, my opinion, you may have a different one. But overall, the film it's okay. I don't know. There's definitely good moments, like the part where we first see the Joker, and he's with the whole group of mobs, bosses, and the whole thing, and that's a good scene. Pretty much anything with the Joker. Outside of that, the movie it's just okay. I don't, like I said, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I will say this is probably my least favorite of the Christopher Nolan trilogy. I do think it did good as a sequel, though, to Batman Begins, but overall just didn't really keep my interest outside of the actors that I mentioned. But what do you think? I know most of you are probably going to rail on me on this one because I know that The Dark Knight was a huge, massive, like that was the Batman movie. It still is for years. I mean, if I remember correctly, on the IMDb's list of top 100 films, I think The Godfather was up there for, decades or whatever, and so many people that were fans of this kind of out of spite liked it so much and downliked The Godfather so much it ended up being number 1 for greatest films of all time at one point. So not that I'm saying that that's right to do, but it just goes to show the amount of love for this film. So I don't know, like I said, that's my thoughts. I'll be back with another review. Take it easy.